but it's not in the... Bonjour, welcome. Good morning.
Hello. There's a maximum number allowed from each country. We look professional, I hope. Hello, Deirdre. How are you? This is Mick Jensen.
Dan op beeld. Ja, nee.
Good morning, morning, sir.
Vas-y.
What is the worst thing that will happen to you today?
The real star.
Sopra Polonia,
Because I was sleeping like a baby.
It's for the same organization
Yes.
here.
No, it's not this one.
Sorry. No, it's another.
I will sign for you
Yes,
as well.
yes. If you want it, organisation.
Satsen.
Monsieur le registre, ça
Hier soir, on a vu passer quelqu'un qui te ressemblait. Je dis c'est Marc. Vraiment. Et beau gosse avec une belle femme. Et c'est lui.
At the end, we decided also to separate now this
premises is next to the Schumann. Not far from the premises of from the Minister of Interior. I think they have their intelligence services there.
Very nice. Pascal, they're both here. They're both here. Oh, Chris is there. Perfect. Straight. Straight mark.
The show, and very important to have the high level participants during the world. It's a combination. But Patricia will stay until the
She has other reasons to stay.
The idea is that member states give us the names of all the ones who are potentially in the that helps us to train them, because the regulation says that we have to deliver training and check that they are is that if, for instance, I don't know how many, I don't remember how many Bulgarians from 20, let's say 20. The 20 will be picked among these 50, and then, of course, we don't care when.
There's not. And I'm just saying, I'm not criticizing, I'm just observing and it's I mean, look at the British position. I mean, the sort of.
The French and so
France is the only country that they have the bigger area, but
even India has taken so many
it's not to use.
in Europe, I mean, it's massive area.
It's a small area, but it's 62 times the size of Japan.
Let's say for the islands, they have a separate forces that are covered by the same. It's mainland and regions.
And connected law enforcement at sea, sea border control, 6 maritime monitoring and surveillance, 7 maritime environmental protection and response, 8 search and rescue, inspections and controls. It's really a very wide range of different activities which are being carried out in different member states under this umbrella. And with so many different functions involved, I'm sure that it does not really surprise us that the previous attempts to create the European Coast Guard have not. EU known to develop and deepen its cooperation through overcoming crises. We do not want them to happen, but we have been successful. The migration crisis in the Mediterranean was the significant trigger that made the EU to respond collectively and smartly. And I think this is also the very good background of what we are trying to do and how we are trying to. Wide range of responsibilities that I also described before require an innovative, at the same time also pragmatic approach, exploiting synergies with the EU agencies. We do not have unlimited human resources, we do not have unlimited financial resources, on the contrary. So we have to make sure that what we have, we can also use in the most efficient way in order to deliver the maximum value added in this particular domain. I know that some of you may still have concerns that by pursuing this agenda, the agencies will no longer focus on their core tasks. That is not the case, because this is also now going to be part of the core tasks that the agencies are discharging. There are also member states who reject altogether the name of Coast Guard, being misleading exactly because of the different perception way to create synergies and efficiencies. I therefore take the opportunity and call on you today, representing many of the 316 authorities involved, to take the European point of view and see the added value that this can bring. It is time your various operations and responsibilities. Europeans are far often seeing the glass half empty, not half full. No doubt, half empty is the easier way, but half full is a way that takes us further and makes us also stronger. So let's see this opportunity also, where the glass is half empty, half empty. Very strong. Let me recall the principles that govern the new approach. First, full respect. This is reflected in the new interagency cooperation. Each EU agency sticks to its mandate, but at the same time creating synergies and value added. And I think this is very important in order to preserve the integrity of the work of the agencies, but at the same time also actually integrate the new elements into their core tasks. Secondly, and also the ways how to work for and together. Thirdly, to build on what has been achieved so far in this domain, the necessary response to the refugee crisis, one of the major challenges the EU has faced in the recent times, and of course I think it is also very important here to underline the reality. Let me also working with national coast guard in respective areas of their competence, EMSA, Frontex, and also the food opportunity. I'm glad that everybody is now on board and the agencies are preparing to make full use of the cooperation, and let's make this a success together. Thank you for your attention and have a successful day.
The necessity to see all this in the matter. In fact, we in the European Union now are in a quite difficult situation. We are at the crossroads. The European Parliament, which can be dealing on daily issues with the presidency of Netherlands and the Commission, was not somehow to undermine, for instance, one or another agency as a fisheries agency or a maritime. Small steps forward, willing to increase also this cooperation and coordination with such an agency like, for instance, EU Defence Agency, because there is a lot of either bigger or smaller plans for more integrated approach, for more efficient approach, how we can deal in EU policies. And I think European Union is going to be improved because of this better cooperation between different types of agencies, and that European Union's money is well spent for our common collective goals. I understand, of course, that external borders and borders in general are the responsibility of member states. and know their qualifications, who can cooperate, who can understand each other, and we can bring also our legislation on much more advanced level. This pilot project was already taken well before the mandate of approach. We're looking forward to hear only in a way how politics should be conducted. If you are in legislative branch, you set up the strategy, you cooperate with Commission, you cooperate with Council, but don't put your nose in too much practical things. These are for the people to whom you trust. And we trust such people like Mr. Legeri and the heads of other agencies. So good luck for your work. Please keep in mind that all these issues are highly integrated. And from your small successes and bigger successes, very much depends that
Honourable Member of the European Parliament, Mr. Director General, distinguished guests from the European Commission, dear colleagues from EU agencies, board members and national authorities, it is my great pleasure to have the opportunity to host at EMSA's magnificent premises the closing workshop of the pilot project, Creation of European Coast Guard Function, together with my colleagues Mr. Savaret and Mr. Legeri, stimulating further the cooperation between the EMSA, Frontex and EFTA on Coast Guard functions. As you know, the result of this interinstitutional initiative is that the three agencies. The pilot project was the step to a more structured cooperation which started formally in 2017 with resources allocated to the agencies and the signature of three-party working arrangements with governance of the cooperation with the steering committee that will meet regularly and that will take place for the first time in 3 weeks from now in Vigo, in Africa. Equally important, the agencies will also have a common section on the respective work programs highlighting the priorities for the year to come. It was clearly stated by Director General and also Mr. Fabrikas that the cooperation, collaboration and our work. We offer learning tools, we share the best practices in many areas covered by the definition of Coast Guard function, and that is why I now, this house, is happening at sea. With fusing and integrating data from different sources, we offer a vast variety and array of solutions to support directly or indirectly most of the Coast Guard functions represented today in this room. Now fine-tuning the technicalities, making this service fully available as part of our portfolio. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that the presentations of today will certainly show that the pilot has been very successful and that we are on track with our joint operations, that the three agencies together are a reliable partner for all actors involved in Coast Guard functions, be it at EU or national level. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention.
At international level. So us, EFCA, European Fishery Control Agency, what did we do? With the benefit of the grant allocated to the pilot project, the European Fisheries Control Agency participated with different levels of engagement to the 4 tasks. Starting with the task 1, EFCA has contributed to the information sharing, tailored to their needs, and of services provided by Frontex and EFCA to their users. All the services mentioned were tested in a real operational scenario with the multi-purpose operations first starting the implementation of Task 4. Referring now to the provision of surveillance and communication services, or Task 2, the FCA provided extensive input with regard to the technical requirement, sensor capability, capacity, and business model for aircraft services from a fishery control perspective. The European Fishery Control Agency was in charge of the coordination 3, capacity building, developed and finalized in accordance with the plan. The background material collected by the three agencies was found very useful by the Coast Guard functional expert, like all you need in each of the three agencies. This project echoed the work done by the Finnish, British class capacity sharing was Eastern Mediterranean, Poseidon in a Frontex approach, and still ongoing in Dalu, Western Mediterranean. The key achievements were as follows: deployment of healthcare officers on Frontex, presumed cases of illegal, unreported, and regulated fishing in the Mediterranean Sea. Moreover, during the implementation of Phase 4, so capacity sharing, FCAS multi-purpose operation is the framework of the implementation group. If it is true that the three agencies have already established a good cooperation and even services in the sharing of maritime surveillance data, never we had reached before such a level of cooperation, and I would say of comprehension of each other, and this is very important, without betraying our core mission. All my thanks to Mark Willy and to Fabrice Jerry and the team for this achievement. I would like also to encompass in the cooperation the European Satellite Center and the European Defence Agency, because we had some contact and we developed a few ideas all together. And that also is a part of the bigger picture, maybe to consider for the future. Nevertheless, if under the patronage of the European Commission, namely DG Mare, DGO and DGO, and in cooperation with the European Coast Guard Function Forum, the three agencies have been working hard to meet the deadline and deliver this excellent Coast Guard approach, effectively delivering the vision of the college. It will depend on the vision we have. Is the EU Coast Guard cooperation a nice hobby, allowing us to carry out? We might not even be at the end of the beginning. Looking at the maybe not so nice future, the question is then, what can we do to better support the member state authorities which are in accordance with the treaties responsible for the implementation of European policies? How can we achieve a better impact on the human, economic, safety, security, but also financial situation of the European citizens? The development of a common strategy at regional or sub-team level, a horizontal regional risk analysis, a clear definition of the objective and desired impact, a better understanding and definition of the resources needed from the agencies and the member states. That would be at the governance level. Now, considering the second step of the loop, the implementation, the experience gained throughout the multi-purpose operation supported by standard operating procedure demonstrated that some part of the mandate of each agency could be jointly implemented. And of the measurement of the performance might also be addressed at regional level when it comes to this European Union Coast Guard approach. In conclusion, the pilot project of the creation of a European Coast Guard function has largely demonstrated the benefits of joint multi-purpose operation, cross-cutting support and exchange of information between the two agencies to support the national authority carrying out Coast Guard function at national and union level. Having the chance to speak to the members of the three administrative or management boards, to the European Commission and to my colleague on EMSA and Frontex, I would like to express my gratitude to you because as a decider,
thank you, and partner organizations, chairs and representatives from EMSA, EFCA, and Frontex governing and management boards, ambassadors and representatives of the EU member states in Lisbon, dear Marco, dear Pascal, ladies and gentlemen. It is also my pleasure today, on behalf of the European Border and Coast Guard Agency,